Hello, I'm going to demonstrate how to perform a superposition of skull models in 3D Slicer. You have, in fact, two ways to superpose a model of interest with a skull atlas. Firstly, you can perform a Procuste analysis, which can be done directly in the Slicer Morph module. You open Slicer Morph, and in Slicer Morph you will go to Slicer Morph Utilities, and in Slicer Morph Utilities you find the Fast Model Align tool. So when the model is open, you have to select a source and a target. The source model will be the edge-matched skull atlas, which you need to import. And you go to look in the skull atlas folder, and for this one, the range we edge-matched the skull of interest is skull atlas 213291. Okay, you import it, open it, and then you have your boss model. Then select the skull atlas model as a source model, and select as a source, and select the target, the skull model. Okay, and you can name the output registered model as you like. I used to name it I create a name. I used to name it the align model. Okay. Then you can run the rigid registration. It will take some time. When it's done, you will see the model in green for the skull, and the aligned skull atlas is in red. If you let it a plain display, it's difficult to analyze. So you can go to the model module, and you select the module you want to edit, and you make the display as wireframe. And as wireframe, it will be very more readable, very more easily understood. Okay. So wireframe is a better way to display the atlas model. You can change, if you like, to the opacity of the skull, and with those two settings you can analyze perfectly the differences between the normal skull or so and the pathologic skull, here a brachycephaly. So the Procuste analysis is a very nice technique, and it gives you a good analysis of the difference in shape, and it gives you a good analysis of the difference in size, but it don't bring a clue about any change in the position of the part of the craniofacial skeleton. This is the reasons why you must perform a vestibular superposition. So how will you do that? So to perform a vestibular superposition, you need to have the skull model that you are analyzing, the skull relative view plane, the edge match skull atlas model, and the skull atlas related plane. When you open both of them, they are not in the same place, thus you must move altogether the atlas and its plane. So you create a transform applied to the folder that includes the atlas model and its plane. You tick the box in direction to display the tool to move the model and planes. When you maintain the option key, holding a left click on the control point and moving the mouse, you move the interaction tool and set them on the atlas model. And when it's done, you make a right click on the control point, left click, sorry, and you can translate the atlas skull and planes, and you can progressively change the setting step by step. It can take some time, but you will finish. You can precisely move, set, and you keep on setting until you reach a perfect alignment of the skull atlas model with the skull that you are analyzing. So when you have reached this perfect alignment in the three planes, you can untick the interacting box to hide the tools. You see, you can harden the transformation, and when you have hardened the transformation, see the transform grids are all straightened. And when it's done, you can remove the transformation. And here you are. You have the model of the study and the reference skull atlas model superposed in vestibular orientation. And thanks to that, you can analyze any deformation, any displacement, and understand the way there are deformation and compensation in the process of the malformation. Thank you for your attention. Hope you can do that by yourself soon.